Residents packed into the Waynesboro City Council chambers Monday night to hear the superintendent of Waynesboro Schools give a budget presentation. And yes, there will be cuts.
There's not enough money to pay for the teachers we have now and to give a raise. And we feel like we've got to improve our salary scales. Waynesboro has, over the last 5 years, ended up as the lowest starting salary in the region. And we just can't recruit and retain teachers with our current salary scale. We'll have fewer teachers. They probably will work harder, but we'll pay them better.
Jeffrey Cassell is the superintendent of Waynesboro Schools. The school board submitted its budget to the city council for funding.
The themes of which are teacher compensation, career and technical education and development, and increasing the services that we have for our at-risk students.
Waynesboro School's current enrollment, K through 12th grade, is an estimated 2,900 students. The proposed budget for 2020 is approximately $37,900,000. The school board is working to determine how to make the budget cuts.
We have not identified the personnel or programs that will be eliminated at this point. We know that we need to reduce salaries in the amount of about $800,000. We estimate that to be 14 or 15 teachers, maybe a couple of instructional assistants, possibly an administrative position, although we don't have many administrators in our buildings currently. We hope we're able to reduce those programs and positions through attrition. As we have retirements and resignations, we're looking closely at each one of those to determine if we can increase class sizes by not replacing that professional, or if it's a program that we may be able to reduce the frequency in which a student might experience that class or that particular subject.
He explained the budget cuts will be major.
We have 272 professional employees now. We would have 258, 256 when we start school next year, potentially.
He says having to decide to compensate some teachers but eliminate others has been a struggle.
This has been an extremely challenging budget. We don't have a lot of additional programs. I think we provide adequate resources for our students. We don't have a lot of extras. It really hurts me to have to make this decision. I didn't feel like we could continue to operate without addressing salaries of our existing teachers. And in the absence of additional funding solves part of our problem. Let me be clear about that. But in the absence of additional funding, we simply have to reduce our personnel costs and redirect those salaries to the remaining employees.
Rosemary Wagner is the president of the Waynesboro Education Association. It is made up of Waynesboro School employees.
The Waynesboro community really needs to decide what type of schools it wants to provide for the youth of Waynesboro. 30 years ago, the tax rate was much higher and the city had a larger tax base. We had a lot more industry that was helping support our city in those days. Over the years, the tax rate has been eroded by continual reduction of the tax rate, so there wouldn't be an increase in the amount people had to pay. While I understand that on one side, it has left you with a tax rate that won't support your city any longer. There are many families of our students that cannot make a living wage in Waynesboro. Waynesboro needs to attract businesses with good paying jobs. In order to do this, you need high quality schools. This is the first year that Waynesboro teachers are paid the worst of our area. While we get data on teacher salaries, other employees' salaries would rank similarly. You can't have high quality schools if we continue to be the lowest paid in the region.
Waynesboro Vice Mayor Bobby Henderson says he was pleased with the superintendent's budget.
I thought him and the school board worked collectively together and did a great job putting together a budget. They were over $1 million in the red, and they were able to go through their budget and reduce it down to where they had a balanced budget. So I think they did a great job. I think his presentation was good, and I think we need to figure out more funding stream or more sources so that they can have that money for the school teachers' pay raises.
The city's mayor, Terry Short, says the schools are facing the same financial issue as the city.
The good news is that we've been working with Dr. Cassell and the school board for several months. We've had many two-on-two meetings with the school to get an understanding of their needs and the sort of legacy of salary issues that they face, similar to those salary issues that the city of Waynesboro is facing.
My charge is to educate children and take care of schools. I believe in all my heart that if we educate our students and provide them with the skills, both academically, workforce skills, social and behavioral skills to go into the workforce, we reduce our costs for jails and for social services exponentially.
In Waynesboro, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.